Hey, Be Joyful Church. Good to be with you. We're in First Peter. We're in that section again where he is just doing these short little quips about the spiritual life, like one little, even a fragment of a sentence that gives us some instruction about how to walk with Jesus and what it looks like. And this one, I think, is particularly applicable to those of us who live and visit Crested Butte. We're in a resort culture, and if you live here full time, you know that it's really a very different place to live than it appears because of that. We have so many guests. And, one of the things about Crested Butte that I think is unique is the overall friendliness and hospitality that people show to outsiders. Now, there, of course, is that vocal minority that is very vocal, but for the most part, and certainly everybody I know, and people at OB Joyful Church are just warm and gracious and hospitable people. And Peter speaks directly to that. And I want to read you this passage. This is just part of verse 9. He says, show hospitality. Verse 9, chapter 4. Show hospitality to one another without grumbling. Show hospitality to one another without grumbling. And I'm just thinking about application of this, and Peter is specifically talking about within the church, but it certainly has ramifications and implications outside of the body. If we practice hospitality, welcome, a sense of welcoming and looking outwards and thinking about other people, to people in our town, guests that are here, people who live here, that has an impact on the communication of the gospel from us and from the church. In our homes, we have people come. We have an opportunity to show them the love of Christ as we introduce them to or help them experience the place that we live that is so beautiful and special. And then, of course, especially within the church, I think if we show hospitality and a sense of a deep appreciation and sense of welcoming to other people outside the church. When we are outside the church, we have a much greater opportunity to see them inside the church. And so hospitality plays out throughout this community that we live in. Also, our foyer, our entryway is the same, I think, as an entryway in our own home. We keep it clean. When we have guests, we greet them there. We are drawing them into our home from that place. And so I want to encourage you, if you're someone who, whether you visit here, if this is a part-time place for you, from 1 weekend to 6 months, or if you live here, if you're a part of OB Joyful Church and you're in the foyer, you're in our entryway, see that entryway as your own home, as a place that you are welcoming folks that you don't know, perhaps, maybe people that you do know, but you're drawing them in to fellowship with other believers and to gather around the table, to gather around the teaching, instruction, and worship of Jesus. And we have a great opportunity to show hospitality in a very unique way here because we have so many guests. So I'm going to encourage you, show hospitality to one another without grumbling. All right, see you.